Welcome to Dan's Haunted Cottage. Step inside if you dare.
Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to Dan's Haunted Cottage. I hope you're all doing well out there. You're having a good time and everything is favourable and going your way. I just wanted to talk about getting back into the paranormal a little bit now. I just wanted to talk about Paradoliea because, it's also called matrixing in the paranormal research field. And what it basically is it's our ability, it's inherent, it's something that we've had and been able to do since year dot. And it's also part of our survival mechanisms. And what that is it's our ability to see faces in different environments. It's programmed into our brains. So, for example, when I've been shown lots and lots of paranormal photos over the years and down throughout the years, a good 99% of them have been purely and simply down to pareidolia. So what happens is, if you take, for example, the best way to explain it probably is to look at it from the point of view of a patterned wallpaper. If you look at it for long enough, then eventually you'll start to see shapes in it. You'll start to make out the shape of faces, perhaps bodies. It's just using the background of the environment and whatever's in that environment, then you start to meld it and mold it, and then you start to see facial or faces out of it. Probably one of the most well-known ones is a photo that was taken in a cemetery quite a few years ago, some years back, and it looked like there was a little boy or a child standing or kneeling by the side of a grave. And to all intents and purposes, it looked exactly like a little boy. But what they did, they researched it, and they looked at the photo, and they looked at it in finer detail. And what it was flowers from a grave that was close to the one where the little boy was, and it was basically the shape of him was made out of the flowers. But it looked like a small child. I've also seen some photos of people standing next to bushes, and you can quite clearly make out the shapes of faces in those as well. And it's just the way that the light plays, it's just the way that it dapples off of the leaves, and of course it's the way that the leaves and the branches are structured. So you do see an awful lot of it in paranormal photography. So it's just something to look out for and something to be aware of, that we're all open to that sort of suggestion. I think it goes back to the time of when, sort of prehistory, as it were, when we were living in the open, and even to the point where we didn't like dark. We don't know people suffer with not liking darkness today, and in all probability, definitely it is down to those times in prehistory when we used to light a fire and sit around the fire for warmth, and also to be in the glow of the embers. Because we were frightened what was outside in the periphery in the darkness, wild animals and what have you. And of course it's developed, it's not gone away, it's evolved into what we have today, where people are scared to go to sleep in the dark or lay down in a dark room. Personally, I quite like lying down in the dark. But there are a lot of people that still suffer from the fear of the darkness. And also, as I say, it's inherent, it's something that's built into our system. And it's something that we have to be aware of whilst we're out researching, because they are very credible. Some of these photos look very, very credible, and the way that some of these bushes and these plants and brickwork, whatever it is, the way that it's formed, it does give the impression that there's something there that generally isn't. So that was it, guys. I hope everybody's all right. It is a very short one. I just wanted to. There's not a lot you can say about pareidolia apart from it being a psychological thing and what I've just told you. I'm sure you could probably find a parapsychologist that could go into it a lot more than I would and tell you all sorts of facts and figures. But I'm just giving you a general outline of what to look out for and what to be aware of whilst out there ghost hunting. So, take care of each other, guys. Look out for each other and look after each other. And I'll be back and I will speak to you soon. Bye now.